Hi guys, just back with a quick video today. Now I've had some questions from a few people about how I create the kind of slideshow videos that I do. So obviously not live action, not screenshots, but the ones where they're PowerPoints and they're just slides that I work through, and then I put an audio over it and I turn it into a film, a movie. Now this is based on a Windows system, and I'm going to tell you how I do it using the programs that I have, so PowerPoint, Windows Movie. If you've got a Mac, you're probably going to have an even, probably more options to do it that way. You might have PowerPoint, but you'll probably have a different movie system. So just try and see what you've got on your PC. If you don't have PowerPoint, I will be doing some other things later of how you can create some other things, but I thought I'd just start with PowerPoint because a lot of people do have it because it comes with their PC or their laptop anyway. So I'm actually using PowerPoint 2010. I don't know if all the other kind of iterations of PowerPoint are the same. I think that if you've got a fairly recent PowerPoint, then you should be okay to do something very similar. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to just create a very simple slide. You might well be used to using PowerPoint, so I'm only going to show you the very basics because I don't want this video to go on too long. I'm then going to show you how I add the audio to it, and also then how I turn it into a Windows movie. So first of all, as you can see, when you open PowerPoint, you're going to come to something like that. If you right click over here, you can add a new slide, so it normally comes up as what you've got there. You can click up there and add different types of slide. So I'm going to insert a blank one there. So this is normally the front of it. So obviously, if you don't know your way around PowerPoint, have a look at it. It's not too tricky. If you're used to using Microsoft Word, you can find your way around. I've never had any training in PowerPoint. I just kind of found my way around and done it that way, and obviously there's loads and loads about it that I don't know, but I just use it in a simple manner so that I can do what I need to do. Now obviously you can spend more time on it, you can find out more about it, but this is just a very simple thing. So normally, first of all, I come up here to design and I choose just a design that I like. Let's go with that one. And then over here you can change your colours, so you can see you can choose any different type of colour here. So let's go with that one. You can change fonts and you can also change effects, but for the moment let's just stick with this and let's just add something simple in. So I'm just going to put this, this is an example video to show how easy it is. Thought you'd like that. So then on the next slide, now obviously there's things you can insert. So if you want to insert text, you come over here to insert, you go to the text box, you just drag a box to start with, and then you type. So this is an example of a title. Now, in the same way as you would on Microsoft Word, if you highlight that, you can make it bold, you can change the colour of it, you can centre it. So it's very like Microsoft Word. You can also make the font much bigger if you want to. So that's just kind of your way around, and if you are used to Microsoft Word, you'll find this really simple. Now the other thing that you can do is to insert a clip art. Let's have a look at clip art. So let's just look up question, and you'll get all sorts of different question marks. So then you find the one you want, you just double click on it, make it a bit bigger if you want, you can just move it around. So when that cross comes up, you just center it, Okay, so that's just using clip art, and just one more I'm going to show you. So I right click here, new slide. I'm going to show you how to insert a picture. So you go to insert, you go to picture. I go to my desktop. Now I've actually created an image and I did this in PicMonkey. You've probably heard me talk about PicMonkey before. I've created some videos in it. Some images in it for videos. So I just took a picture from Unsplash, I think it was, .com, which is free images. And as you can see, I added a quote to it and I added the URL of my website. So again, that's another way of adding things into your slideshow. So really, probably what you would use this for in your business is maybe to show your audience how to do something, or to highlight your products or services, or to give some background information about your niche, to educate. There's lots and lots of different ways that you can create videos like this, and it's just a nice, easy way of doing it. You don't have to be seen on the screen if you don't want to, but obviously you can add your own audio to it. So, okay, I'm just going to stop there. So that's basically my 3 slides. You're probably going to create a slideshow that's much longer than that, because this would be very short, but that probably gives you the idea. Just carry on adding slides. Now, obviously, make sure you save it. So you save as, I'm just going to save it to my desktop. I'm just going to call it, this is an example video, and this is saving it as a PowerPoint presentation. So I click save there and I've saved it. The reason I want to do that is that my laptop is not always super reliable, and I don't want it to crash, halfway through I'm doing the video. It wouldn't do it on a very short one. But it might do if I was doing a much longer video, and therefore you've probably got a laptop or a PC with a bit more memory and oomph than me, but basically that's why I save it as the PowerPoint to start with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some audio to it next. Oh no, I'm not, sorry. Take it back. What I actually want to do next is the animations. Now this can just make it look a bit sort of snazzy on the screen. So now normally the first screen you don't do an animation on, but if you go to the next one, you go up here and you click on animations. Then you click on what you want to animate. So with text, I often have it float in. So I highlight that, I click on float in, and that, you can see it puts a little 1 by it because that's the first animation. Now the next one on the screen, you can let's have a zoom in on that one. So I click on zoom. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You could just have the slides appear just straight written. The reason I do this is because as I'm working through it, I don't always want everything on that slide to appear straight off. So as you click it, the first thing appears. As you click it, the next thing appears. You'll see me do that as we work through the audio, but that's just kind of an example of using these animations. I think it just adds a bit of extra interest, but if you just want to start out doing just the written text on the slide, that's absolutely fine. And then let's just go to the next one. So you click it, otherwise these animations have faded out, and let's just have a wheel effect on that one. Okay, so that's all your animations set up, and now you're ready to do the slideshow. So you go into slideshow and you go to record slideshow. Now you want these ticked, they normally are, so you've got play narrations, use timings, show media controls. You want the timings because when you're clicking through, when you're recording your audio, you want it to all be synced up when you just turn it into a movie. So what I do is I go record slideshow, and you can do it from a current slide or from the beginning. So say, for example, you did the first 2 slides and then you got all confused, like I do often, and you wanted to stop at that point and come back. Then you've already recorded those first 2. So when you went back to it, you would click on that one and you'd go start recording from current slide. So don't worry if you think, oh, I can't get through. Say you've got 10 slides, you think I'm never going to get through all that without making a mistake, fluffing my lines or whatever. It doesn't matter. The ones that you've done will already be recorded and you can just come back and carry on from where you left off. Now I'm going to show you how to record it now, but obviously I'm not recording a proper audio. I'm just telling you how I'm doing it, so probably won't make a lot of sense, but I'll just show you how I do it, how I walk through it. So first of all, you click on start recording from beginning. Once you click start recording, that will immediately start, so you need to be ready. So you click on start recording, and here you can see, now this is recording my audio. So obviously I wouldn't normally be speaking like this. I'd be doing a proper audio where I said, hi guys, welcome to this video. This is an example video to show how easy it is, and I'd be reading what's on the slide. Now always stop talking before you click through to the next slide, because as you click through it doesn't record, so you need to just record what's on the slide in front of you, stop, click your left mouse button, and you are now on the second slide. Now this is what I mean about the animations. So I click my left mouse button again and this first one comes up, so I would read that. This is an example of a title. I click it again and my next question mark zooms in, so I would be talking about whatever is on the screen there. I'd stop. I've clicked through to the next slide. I'm not sure I did that very well the first time. And now you can see I'm on the third slide. I would be talking about what was on that slide. I'd click again and my image would come up. So that's basically all you need to do. At the end, when you finish recording, you just click close, and then you just have to click again. Actually no, on my PC you have to click escape and it takes you back to the PowerPoint. Now if you want to just listen through the PowerPoint, all you do is you go here and you play from the beginning. And here you can see, now this is recording my audio. Your left mouse. Okay, as you can see my video started there of the audio that I'd recorded over the slides. It didn't make any sense because it was in the middle of me talking about it and showing you how to do it. Okay, so that's it. You've now created your slideshow. You've added your audio to it. At this point, I normally just click and save it again just to make sure. Now here on the bottom right, you can see a little speaker, and that shows you that you've got audio on each of the slides. Now just as an aside, obviously you need a microphone to do this. Now there's all sorts of microphones that range from very, very low in price right up to astronomical figures. Now I think audio is quite important. You don't want too much static in the background, you don't want it sort of muffled. That being said, the microphone I use, I think it was about £45. Not sure how much it would be in dollars. I don't think a lot more than that. And I think it's fairly good, hopefully. And it's actually called the Samson Meteor USB. I'll leave a link below the video just in case you want to check it out. Now there is another really good microphone that a lot of people recommend, and it's called a Blue Yeti microphone. Bit of a funny name, but that is about £100. Not sure in dollars. I think it might be about 140. Now it's up to you what you go for. It's up to you how many videos you think you'll use. You can buy a much lower priced microphone. You can build the ones that are the headsets built in. You might even have something already like headphones from your iPod or your iPhone that you might be able to just experiment with the first few times. You want to practice doing this before you launch your first one into the world, because you're gonna you're going to do a lot of kind of fluff your lines, make mistakes. I still say and loads of times. I still hesitate. But there is that element of not wanting, if I waited until I was totally perfect, I would never get anything out the door. So I tend to kind of go with it and hope that it's not too agonizing to listen to. So have a practice, and why not have a practice with something really cheap to start with so that you get used to it. Obviously, it depends what you're using. You've got to be able to plug it into your laptop or your PC or whatever you're using, your Mac. Now that's why I went for the Samsung Meteor, because it's a USB one. So it's basically plug and play. I just plug it in and away I go. Okay, so that's your PowerPoint setup. You've created your slides, you've added your audio to it. Now you want to turn it into a movie. So what you do is you go up here to File, and you go to Save and Send, and you go down here to Create a Video. So you click on that. Now I tend to choose the largest option because I just think it's the better quality for playing on YouTube, etc. It does take quite a long time on my laptop. That's because I haven't got a very powerful laptop at the moment. That's next on my purchase list. But if you've got a higher end PC, Mac, laptop, it'll probably take a lot less time. But if it is agonizingly slow, you could perhaps go for the middle one. But as I say, I tend to go for that one. Now you want to use your recorded timings and narrations. That's the audio that you did to describe your slides. You want to use that. So that one kind of outweighs this one below it because you're using your recorded ones. And then you just click on Create Video. I'll show you it start, and then I'll come back when we're at the end and it's created, because I don't want you to have to sit here while it creates. And then I'll just show you the movie that it creates. And then the next step is you can upload it to wherever you want to, probably YouTube. So first of all, you click Create Video. Now you have to save it at this point, so I normally just save it as the same title that I saved the PowerPoint as, and again I saved that to my desktop, so I'm just going to save it there again. So I click Save. Now down at the bottom of the screen, which I don't think you can see because of the recording screen I've got on here, there's a little bar and it says creating video, and then it's the name of your video, and the video file is going to be a video.wmv file. It's a Windows movie. So that's working slowly through turning my PowerPoint into a movie now. So I'll be back in a couple of seconds for you guys, and I'll just show you the final movie. Okay, so the video is created, so I'm just going to minimize this and I'm going to show you the video now. So this is where I saved it onto my desktop, so just save it somewhere where you're going to remember. So if I just double click, that's going to open the Windows movie. Always just have a look through it, check that it's all okay before you sort of add it anywhere. So I'll just turn the sound down. So obviously now it's a movie, it's got the audio over it. I'll just let you listen for a second. Okay, so there you can see it's just now a movie, it's got an audio, and that is ready to be uploaded to YouTube. Now I'll just show you very quickly how to do that. So I just want to stop that for a second, go back here. Now this is my Cartwheels Across the Sky my channel. Basically, you can see here my videos, my playlists, everything in my channel. So you can just create an account. If you've never used YouTube before, create an account, and then you're basically ready to upload a video. Don't worry too much. I haven't done all the imagery on my my channel here yet, because I mostly place my videos on my blog posts, and that's where people, you know, view them from. So I'll just show, all you do is you click upload. You decide if it's a public, an unlisted or private. Now public can be found by anyone. It's probably what you want to do, most of your videos are. Unlisted, anyone can find them, but they don't kind of put them out there in search, so they're less likely to be found. So it might be sometimes you want to have that. And there's also private videos where other people can't view them. So normally I would just click public. I'm not going to show you this whole process because it's fairly simple, but you click on there, you go to where your video is, you just click on that, and then it will start uploading. So clicked there, it's now uploading. Obviously I'm going to delete this one afterwards. Now you would then put in your title, so it's taken the title from the name of the video. Obviously do something nice and descriptive about what you're trying to tell people about. Add a short description where you include some keywords. So if it was a jewelry making tutorial, if it was a how to train your dog, whatever it is, put the keywords in the description, and then the tag should be the keywords again. So, you know, whether it's dog training tip or jewelry making tutorial, you want to try, and that's why when it's a public video you're wanting to try and get found in search so more people watch it. It then comes up with 3 different thumbnails, and then you can choose whichever one you want to use as the front of your video. What that means is when it's on, say, your blog post, because you've embedded it there, it will come up, that will be the first screen that you see. So you might want to have that as the first screen because it's actually the title of the video. Sometimes what I do is I create an image in PicMonkey because I want a slightly different, nicer image than the one that's created in the video, and I create a customized thumbnail. All you do is click on there, upload the image, and it's there. Okay, I'm going to publish it because I want to show you how you can then embed it. Obviously I'm going to delete it afterwards. So I publish it. Now here you can share that video. So if you go over to social media, if you go to, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, wherever you want, you can share it like that. It actually lets you share it this way, but you can also copy and paste that as well. Now what I do for my blog post is I embed it. Now that's the embed code. Now if you're not used to doing anything on a blog that's got any code or anything like that, don't worry about this. You can just share it across social media, but for some people they will be used to doing that. Now you can make some changes here. I often, for example, change it to 640 by 480 on my blog posts. I tend to take off the suggested videos when the video finishes because that's showing other people's stuff, and you might not want to be driving to other people's websites. So I usually do the player controls because then people can change it up to HD if they want to, the video title. So once you've changed that, that code automatically changes, and then you can just copy, right click, copy it, and you would paste it into the back end of your WordPress blog, for example, if that's what you use. Okay, now I realise this has been all a very, very quick video to show you how to do this, but it's to give you the gist of how you do it. So you're going straight from a PowerPoint, you're creating your slides, you're putting your animations in so it zooms or it floats, you're putting your audio on, you're changing it into a Windows movie, and then you're uploading it to YouTube. And that basically is the process I use to get videos like this online. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll try and help you out if you get stuck anywhere. If you've got a different setup, you use a Mac, you've got a different version of PowerPoint, just have a look in it and see if it looks pretty similar. So you've got the save and send as video, all those kind of things. Most Microsoft Windows laptops or PCs will come with Windows Movie already installed on it, so just see if you've got that. If you have, you're ready to go, and I'll look forward to seeing your first video. If you create one and you want to show it off, then leave a link to that in the comments section as well, because I'd love to see it. Okay, thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.